And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. A childbirth in Dallas ends in a deadly shooting. Nestor Hernandez is accused of shooting and killing 2 hospital employees. Police say it happened after he accused his girlfriend, who had just given birth to their child, of cheating on him. Heartbreak is hard to deal with, but it should never lead to violence. Here to talk about heartbreak's impact on mental health are doctors Avis Smith and Ashanti. See, I knew I was going to mess it up. Ashanti Wolf. Glad to have you both here on The Factor. I got it out. But anyway, let's get to this serious subject, because we see this a lot in this country, where people are into a domestic situation. It spills over into work. Other people are left harmed. Most police officers say going to a domestic violence situation is the most deadly call they can go on. When you see a situation like this, what can be done to prevent it, or at least to see the signs?
Let's go first.
Okay, I'll go first. It's important that when we talk about warning signs, I caution people into not taking one as a end-all, a way to look at this, right? So we can look at, am I being controlled in a relationship? Is this person being possessive? Is this person being disrespectful? How do they talk about their previous partners and significant others? Are they generally negative views toward women that come from them? Also, are they doing favors or grand gestures that you didn't ask for and that make you feel really uncomfortable? Do they try to intimidate you with anger, right? Also, are they attracted to vulnerability? All of these things collectively we can use as caution when we're talking about domestic violence and decreasing the use of domestic violence against women.
And the average victim can recognize many of the signs you just laid out for us. It's a question of recognizing it and doing something about it, right, doctor?
Absolutely. It's very important to make sure that you're keeping an eye out for those signs. So when those things begin to occur, you're mindful of those things and you begin to put actions in place. So oftentimes there are trends that you see across the board that are typically occurring that you just kind of brush off and you just say, oh, this is just the way, this is just who they are as an individual or who they are as a person. They'll get over it, or it'll shift and change. But over time, what you see with control is that it continues to increase over time. So it's being mindful of those particular circumstances and situations, and also making sure that you're putting safety precautions in place in order to ensure you're protecting yourself.
Most of the time, as family members, we're on the outside looking in, and we can see it better than they can acknowledge it. What should be our role as family members? Because sometimes if you get involved, you push them close together.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So when you see those signs, it's nothing wrong with pulling that individual to the side and talking to them and saying, hey, I see these things going on. Is there something that you need assistance with? Is there support that I can offer? Because on the outside looking in, sometimes it can appear that everything is great, but it can also, you can see those signs as well. So you have to be mindful of that. And sometimes with the individual, we have a tendency to keep those things inside. We don't want to communicate about those things. We don't want to be viewed in the light that we are weak or that we can't defend or protect ourselves in any way. So it's important to make sure that we are mindful of those things. As a family member, what you can do is say, hey, I see you. Do you need assistance? Do you need support? Is there anything that I can do to assist you in this area?
And we know all the time there are some individuals who will not accept that helping hand or acknowledge that they're going through a problem that could eventually turn deadly. What would you tell them?
I would approach that with care and tell them, hey, I'm here. We can have a plan for when you need it. And actually get more involved with them to make sure that you're there to see any sign where you can quickly jump in and assist when they, would need your help.
Now, even though they won't acknowledge it, they do hear it.
Yes, not only do they hear it, but it's in the back of their minds when they may feel like they're in trouble, like they're in danger. They can be like, oh, well, I had that family member that pulled me to the side, that wasn't in the presence of the person who's abusing me, so I feel like I have some confidentiality here, and that they have a plan for me.
Absolutely.
Now, what if we have a suspect who realizes, okay, or before he gets or she gets to the point of being a suspect, I realize I have a problem. What can I do about it before I start seeing red, before my anger takes over? what would you tell that person watching tonight?
That is an amazing question to ask, and that's something that a lot of people deal with. Just in general, self-reflection is one of the best tools that you can use. And if you know that you are experiencing those characteristics, the first thing you need to do is reach out for assistance and support. Reach out and get mental health assistance. At this point, there is no longer a stigma that is linked and attached to mental health. There are mental health resources that are out there that are readily available for you. So feeling free to reach out to those resources in order to get the assistance and support that you need.
All right. Ashanti, see that? Avis, thank you both for joining us here on The Factor Uncensored.